All right, here I am. I am back on trail. This is day 32, and went into Gorham. So Remington's aunt has a camper in Gorham, and she was kind enough to pick us up and take us to the camper. We hung out there with the family, and then she took us into the Walmart, and we resupplied there. Last night had a campfire. We had a really nice dinner in a town called Littleton, and Remington's father paid for that. Mr. Curran, thank you so much. I'm not sure you know you paid for it, but thank you for your generosity. We had a really good dinner, and appreciate that. So now I am back on trail. Remington blew out his trail runner, so he needs to go into North Conway with his aunt to buy trail runners, and they'll get on trail later today. I've got to climb Mount Mariah. We're going to the Whites now, and I think it's like 3,300 feet of vertical and about 7 miles to the next camping area. So that's going to be a pretty long day, I think, all that climbing. They will catch up to me at some point, so I'm getting a head start. I don't need to go shopping for shoes. So that's it for the moment. I also want to apologize for not getting videos out more quickly. I'm having a terrible time getting cell service and not enough service to support uploading video, and I'm also having an awful hard time finding reliable Wi-Fi. So as soon as I can get stuff uploaded, we'll get it back on YouTube. So for now, Recon out. Please remember our Gold Star families, consider a donation, and the link is on my channel. So off I go. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to Remington's Aunt Marie and Uncle Greg, and to his cousin Chris. So just wonderful people. They let us stay at their camper and provide us with food, a campfire, shuttle services. Just really, really kind people. And the plan at this point, I think, is to get to Pinkham Notch in 3 days, and then one of them is going to pick us back up again, take us back to Gorham for Gorham 2.0, so we can resupply again and then hit the residentials. So thank you so much to Remington's family. Been very wonderful. So Mount Mariah, I believe, is considered the first big climb in the White Mountains for southbounders. So right now it's gradually going upward, and it's quite pleasant. It's a beautiful day, and the sun's coming through the trees. I can hear the creek down there. It's wonderful. It will at some point here become much steeper, and if you look at the terrain profile, it just takes a sudden turn upwards and stays that way for thousands of feet. So anyway, I'm gonna enjoy it while I can. So this is totally not cool. This is the first shelter. It's like 2 miles up, and there's a fire still going here. You can still see it smoking. It's quite hot. And I just passed maybe 4 or 5 section hikers heading in the opposite direction, so I don't know if this is theirs or not, but whoever's fire this was, they made no effort to put it out. So unfortunately, I had to drop my pack, go all the way down the river down there, and bring back water in my bladder to put on this fire, because I couldn't leave it like this. So I'm going to put some water in this fire, and then I'll continue to march, but this is just irresponsible. Well, now that I'm done putting out the campfire, guess what? I just checked, and it is 300 miles. All right, day 32 and 300 miles since leaving the top of Mount Katahdin. Yay! I wanted to show you this. So I've only got about 300 feet of that 3,300 foot climb left. I'm, about 3,700 feet at this point. This is just lovely through here. I mean, the trail's in good condition. The woods is pretty. The weather's great. I mean, this is just amazing. And so I'm showing you this. Because I'm sure you'd rather look at this than look at me. Because I would rather look at this. So anyway, I'm going to keep going. Well, it looks like I made it to the top of the climb. And I think that was probably the longest climb since Katahdin. It might have been a couple hundred feet higher than the other large climbs we've done. So this, I think, is a presidential range. I think in the back, way back there, that big one in the middle, is Washington. And that may be the outer road sneaking up the side of it there. So that's a couple days from now. Pretty windy up here, as you can tell. And unfortunately, I think in a couple of days it's going to start thunderstorming for 2 or 3 days, and then we're going to need to make a decision about whether we're going to go up there and cross that or not. It's about 12 miles above tree line where you're pretty exposed to the storms and the lightning. Okay, that's the end of day 32, about 7 miles and 3,300 feet of climbing, at least one climb. There's a couple other climbs that are smaller. And I'm on this wooden tent platform behind me. You can see my tent set up. It's quite windy, but I think I'll be fine. I'm going to close that flap. Got my air mattress in there, my sleeping bag, well actually my quilt is in there fluffing up, and I should have a very nice warm night inside my tent on that platform. So I'm going to go up here and get some water and make some dinner, and then I'll get in the tent and see you in the morning. Everybody's watching the sunset.
And if you just stare,
Thank you.
oh, anytime.
Backwards, like when I'm not right, just standing.
It hurts me good when you break your ankle. It feels bad. It's like
Actually, I think that was good.
Well, good morning and welcome to day 33. It's a beautiful morning. It's supposed to start raining tomorrow, I think. I think that Austin and Remington camped somewhere behind me. I went down to the tent site. So anyway, Remington has a fuel can for me. I'm hoping that I'm ahead of them and they catch up at some point so I can get my fuel. So I'm going to continue on to Carter Notch Hot and see what happens there. And I will get up with you later. Please remember our Gold Star families. Please go to the channel and click on the button for the webpage and offer your support. So thank you so much, and Recon out. I think that is the Androscoggin River, which we passed a couple days ago. And on that hilltop, you can see the windmills, and I think that those are the same windmills we saw a couple days ago from a much different angle. So I'm climbing one of the Carter Mountains now and looking down into the valley. That might be Gorham down there, but I would not want to bet on that. So this is North Carter Mountain and still climbing. You can see it's pretty steep way up there. And I can't tell where it goes after that, but it's pretty steep. Got to climb this little rock gully here. looking back the way I came, right up those rocks right there. A lot of scrambling. Pretty spectacular view back over my shoulder though, look at that. Well, here I am. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. It took me an hour and a half to get to the top of North Carter Mountain. And it is just fabulous. It's breathtaking how beautiful it is up here. Look at this. I must say, I've only been in New Hampshire for a couple of days, but I'm definitely liking it better than Maine. If nothing else, the trail is in better condition, and there seem to be fewer bugs. So, but anyway, a lot of hard climbing left to go. So I'm gonna get back to it. So it's about 12:40, and I've got about 2.7 miles to go to the Carter Notch hut. So the huts are about $150 a night, and you have to make reservations months in advance. However, they will usually offer 2 thru hikers work for stay. So that is the plan, but you can't get it before 4 p.m. So I gotta kind of drag my feet here a little bit, because if you get there before 4 p.m. they send you away. So I want to get close so I can just roll up at 4 p.m. and ask for work for stay. Then you end up sweeping the floor or something, and then they feed you and they let you sleep on the floor. So that's what I'm looking for. So I'm still climbing. I think I'm close to the top. Right across the way there, that's Mount Washington. You can kind of see the buildings on top, and going around the right shoulder there is the auto road. That is the most dangerous spot on the entire Appalachian Trail right there. And we'll be there in a couple days. All right, I'm finally back on trail. It was hard to leave the hut. The people there are super nice, and they had really good coffee this morning. And they also had a restroom, which is a really nice luxury to have. So anyway, about 6.5 miles up over the Wildcats and down to Pinkham Notch. And then I think Remington's uncle is picking us up there to take us back to Gorham, and we'll have to sort it out from there. So I'll check in later. For now, Recon out. So 9:46 a.m. Still climbing Wildcat Mountain. This is the first climb up out of the Carter Notch hut. It's slightly raining. It's not bad. I don't have a rain jacket on. It's not bad. The trail, I gotta say, in New Hampshire is in general much better condition than Maine. And even when the trail's hard, it still seems more doable and frankly safer. So up the top of this Wildcat, I think we go down, we ascend another Wildcat, and then a steep descent to Pinkham Notch.